Why do narcissists come back to old relationships? It is often the feeling of loss and despair that leads a jilted partner down this road of inquiry. And the answer to this question depends greatly on the type of narcissist that you are dealing with, and the type who is most likely to return is the recycler. The main difference between your typical narcissist and the person and this recycler narcissist is that the typical narcissist enjoys somewhat, or at least at first, the predictability that comes with the relationship, and they would rather stick with that and what they know than to really seek out something new, because they're lazy and it takes a lot of energy to do that. So the typical narcissist, they really, believe it or not, they don't really like confrontation and would rather leave whenever things start going south. But with a recycler, you can guarantee that the moment they leave you, they will run right back into the arms of a former lover. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why this narcissist is running back to old relationships. Okay, so if you know anything about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, you've probably heard the term object constancy, and this refers to a person's ability to see the good in someone despite the fact that they feel that the individual has hurt them or offended them. And if you've ever felt completely disconnected from your narcissistic partner, maybe when you are away from them, it's because another characteristic of this object constancy is maintaining an emotional connection with their partner when they are not in their partner's presence, kind of like out of sight, out of mind. And they will quickly forget about you the minute that you leave the house. And the recycler, they are lacking in object constancy, just like any other narcissist, because they've been wounded by their partner. The positive feelings that they have vanish, and this disdain and utter hatred quickly arise in this narcissist. And in a normal relationship, a minor disagreement is not going to lead to threats of a breakup or an actual breakup. But with the recycler narcissist, their response is to move on and quickly to an ex-partner that they know is waiting with a bated breath to take them back. Like all narcissists, recyclers lack empathy whenever they walk out of a relationship, and they have no regards for the feelings of their ex-partner or partner, and this is why they can move on so quickly. And if necessary, they will convince themselves that the victim deserved it or that it was their actions that drove them away. And since recyclers don't like confrontation, it is not uncommon for them to just ghost, like disappear. They will do things like blocking you on social media and changing their phone number and packing their bags when their partner is at work. And in such instances, they won't even leave a note. It's like magic. They're just gone. And even when you know that you were in an unhealthy relationship, nobody likes getting dumped. And when this narcissist walks out, you're going to ask yourself several questions. Do they miss their exes? Does a narcissist ever regret losing you? And does a narcissist always come back after dumping you? Do narcissists think about their exes? And you'll find yourself obsessing over these questions, watching videos like mine. And on the other hand, you do know and understand very well that nothing you do will ever repair the so-called damage, and your partner isn't going to come back because you are in mental turmoil over the breakup. And it's a sad reality, and it's sad that narcissists lack empathy. So you have to know they're never going to feel any guilt or regret about your relationship coming to an end. In fact, if their thoughts ever even start moving in that direction, they will switch the narrative in their mind and remind themselves that you were privileged to even share the same space as such a phenomenal human being. To further answer such questions, if your narcissistic ex did miss you or regret losing you, they would be willing to compromise to make things work. And instead, they are just gone with the wind. Narcissists come back to old relationships because usually they're pretty confident that you will take them back. And unfortunately, for most victims of narcissistic abuse, once you have been discarded, you're still emotionally connected to the abuser. You were madly, or you thought you were madly and passionately in love with him or her, and now they've gone and left a huge gaping hole in your heart. And don't forget that the narcissist is very, very aware of this and will take full advantage of the fact that you are emotionally vulnerable during this time. However, once you understand the narcissist and the mindset of the narcissist, and that the relationship was never about you in the first place, it will become a lot easier for you to move on. And there are 3 points that I would really like to make clear. The narcissist does not how to love in the traditional sense. The way that you view love in romance and the way that the narcissist view love in romance are from a totally different lens. And the narcissist loves in, I guess, their own way, so to speak, but this is only in the beginning of the relationship, because the narcissist behavior is motivated by passion and, most importantly, narcissistic supply, but it's passion with an ulterior motive during the love bombing stage. And as you have probably experienced, they shower you with gifts, vacations, compliments, and during this time, you will feel like you are on cloud 9, like the most important person in the world. And don't get me wrong, it's not, well, the narcissist cannot love you, but it feels really, really damn good. And they don't even love you in their own way, really. And what you're falling in love with in the beginning stages is simply just a reflection of yourself. Narcissists live very compartmentalized lives, and they view everyone on the same emotional level. They don't have strong feelings for anyone, not even their own children, their mother or father. And as you have experienced, what the narcissist says and what the narcissist does are two very different things. They never live up to their word unless it's going to directly benefit them in some way. The end of a normal relationship, there is this adjustment period that's required for both people. And this is where these two parties get used to the absence of the other person from their life. And they may need to call each other even to release certain emotions or even meet up for a chat. But with a narcissist, this doesn't happen. The normal relationship, the two people understand very well that the relationship is over and there is not really a chance of them getting back together anytime soon, at least. And they need this adjustment period. And the narcissist doesn't and won't, and they can move on from a relationship in the blink of an eye. And don't take this the wrong way, but as far as you are concerned, you no longer exist. And that is until they decide that they want you back. And this is usually right as you are beginning to make progress in your healing. While you're having sleepless nights and wondering what their life is like without you, to the narcissist, it's just another day, and life continues on as normal. My name is Sara Ann Brown, and this is Narcissistic Abuse 101.